Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Do not push the jewel. You are in no position to make those demands. Have you forgotten where you are coming from? Palace was shocked as, Blublo came for Igbi. Now, if you're someone who have been following the trend of events, you know that a lot of people are saying Blublo is on the side of Igbi, and there's something that they are sharing and something that they are hiding. But recently, with the things that have happened, a lot of people are saying it's not necessarily so. Maybe they are not together. Maybe Blublo is just being Yoba, or taking the position of Yoba in a very good way, because a lot of things have happened recently throughout the period that Igbi was pregnant. Blublo has been there for her, such that anybody who brought any complaint or any problem into the palace, Blublo found a way to shut the person out. Okay. And so because of that, even elders have said Blublo will one day have to state what she shares with Igbi. A lot of people have insinuated that Blublo and Igbi are running dark things in the palace that people do not know. But, something happened recently that shocked everybody. Blublo came for Igbi, telling Igbi that should Igbi push the jewel to speaking against her to the Great Lion, that is, telling the Great Lion not to welcome Igbi into the palace, her eyes will clear. That who is Igbi to make such demands from the Great Lion? Now, what are these demands? You do know that Igbi eventually came up with something and told the Great Lion not to allow the jewel be in the palace on the day that she would be welcomed into the palace. Now, what is this about? Why will Igbi say that? We heard that Igbi Alpha told Igbi that the jewel should not be in the palace on the day that she would return into the palace. Now, mind you, even if the jewel is to be inside the palace, you and I know that the jewel does not come out of the palace, especially when the Great Lion is doing anything publicly. The jewel has not started being seen with the Great Lion publicly. So what is this thing with the jewel coming out or the jewel not coming out? That is the question that people are asking. What is it? She said her Alpha said the jewel should not be a part of the palace. The jewel should not be anywhere around the palace when Igbi will come. Whether inside her villa, the jewel should not be there. That is what her Alpha said. That was what Igbi said. Now, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Igbi has said this to the Great Lion. The Great Lion got really apprehensive and told Igbi if that is what she wants, that Igbi should stay where she is. Like Igbi should not return. If that is the demand that Igbi wants to place before him, Igbi should not return. Yes, that was what the Great Lion told Igbi. Igbi started crying. But right now, Igbi kept quiet. Everybody thought that was over and done with. They said this week again, she started it. Now, she said the reason why she does not want the jewel to be around is because the jewel comes with problem. That look at all these things that is going on right now with her day tutu is all because of the jewel. That if the jewel comes when she returns into the palace, there will be complications and problems. And Blublo got angry and asked her that between you and the jewel, who is the problem? Why are you bringing the jewel here? According to Blublo, Blublo said the reason why she became friends with Igbi again was because she has sat down with Igbi one-on-one to speak about Igbi removing her hand from anything that will hurt the jewel, because everything that hurt the jewel gets to hurt the Great Lion. And she, no matter what happens, she's on the side of her husband. She supports her husband with everything that she has got. And she can never be a part of anything that will bring pain to her husband. And that was why she told Igbi to remove her hand from anything that will bring hurt to the jewel. Okay? And Igbi agreed. And Blublo said it was based on that agreement that she became friends with Igbi. She became close to Igbi. But right now, it's looking as if Igbi is going back on her word. And that is the reason why Blublo is very, very upset. Now, when Igbi made these demands again, that the Alpha has told her again that the jewel must not be around the palace when she will be returning with her children. Now, because Igbi had mentioned this to the Great Lion, the way the Great Lion, took it was not good at all. Igbi decided not to speak to the Great Lion about it, and she went to go and speak to Blublo about it so Blublo can communicate it to the Great Lion. And Blublo got really mad, and Blublo said, "Who are you to make those demands? Who are you? Who the hell do you think you are to tell the Great Lion to tell the jewel not to be in the palace on the day you will come back? Are you the first person who gave birth to a child or children? Okay, are you the first person who gave birth to twins in that palace? That you think that because you have given birth to twins, you can control the Great Lion to tell the jewel when to come to the palace and when not to come to the palace? It does seem as if you do not even remember where you are coming from. Just because you have been seeing small smiles from the Great Lion, you have forgotten all the problems. You have forgotten that you were at the verge of being thrown out of the palace before this whole incident happened, before this whole thing changed. And now you want to start again, even after giving me your word that you will never attack the jewel again. Blublo was really, really upset. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, De La Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source, still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Show I do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I love you from the depth of my heart. For a woman who understands that the Great Lion has the key, as in the jewel has the key to the heart of the Great Lion. Whatever she says stands in that palace. If the jewel had been like any one of us, I think that there would have been no peace in that palace. But the jewel will never take advantage of the way the Great Lion feels for her. And that is the reason why the jewel will never behave in a way that people do not expect her to behave. Why would you say because you have had a baby, you think you can tell the Great Lion what to do? You think you can tell, the Great Lion when to bring in the jewel and when not to allow the jewel in and not to allow the jewel in? You think you can do that? Who the hell do you think you are? Because this is another round of problems you want to start. This is another round of problems you people are trying to cause. They said Blublo was very mad at Igbi over the demands that Igbi is making, that the jewel should not be in the palace. The Alpha said this, the Alpha said that on the day that she is returning into the palace, the jewel should not be anywhere in the palace. The jewel should not even be inside her villa, inside the palace. She should be out of the palace because the jewel will only bring confusion and cause problems. They said Blublo was telling Igbi, who are you to say all of these things? Who are you? Who the hell do you think you are? And everybody got very shocked in the palace. Like, is it that Igbi and Blublo had a problem? Or what? What is going on between Igbi and Blublo? Because the last time they checked, Laide came there. Igbi and Blublo drove Laide out because of Igbi. So what is going on? Well, this is what is going on. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged Ramadan verified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.